Yeah, band's called MANTRANIMA, MANTRANIMA. It means in Spanish, it means soul and mantra. It's the same. Mantra is Indian words, and also on YouTube. We have a couple of videos there. And the first album on YouTube. So we wrote this in Hornby Island. It was like super dark and stormy and no electricity and very kind of a haunting area.
Nice, man. He's got a great voice.
That partner.
This is your partner, Esther?
Yeah, the singer.
Wow.
Singer, actress.
Is she speaking in Spanish?
She's speaking it's a Sanskrit, just Indian stuff.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From Canada, like Aboriginal music.
No, from India. Like
From
India.
India.
Yeah. It's a whole world music mix kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did world music start? Where did that come from?
I think Paul Simon had a big hand to play in it. I'm from a very musical family. Like my uncle owned a music store in Ottawa called Dominic's Music. You might remember it. Yeah, that was my uncle's store.
Huh.
So he had a chain of stores. He had a chain of stores in schools. So we were kind of like cradled into this musical scene, right? Where we had all these instruments at our disposal. We had a school, and we used to kind of like, hey, I want to learn the bass. So we just borrow a bass or a sax or whatever. So we had that on us. It was kind of like the family business, music, right? And so often the third generation won't go into the family business. They kind of shun it. So it's like, I'm not going to go into music. I'm playing music, but I'm just going to like let it to the side. Until this happened, and I said, I got to do this album. Like, this is really cool. I don't think, and I really got into it. So a musical family, and I think I forgot your question. What are we talking about here?
Well, I remember you played like a bunch of instruments. That's what I remember from
right.
getting to know you. You said you played guitar, you played piano.
Yeah, exactly.
Sax?
Yeah.
Did you play sax?
Yeah, I played sax in high
I
school.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I studied at the conservatory when I was a kid, piano, and then from the piano, then you can learn a lot. If you play piano, usually you can kind of branch out. So I used to play guitar and sax and bass and drums and a bunch of stuff, which have been useful.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been useful, and musical family, and then I discovered this kind of international music. I really liked it, and we ended up putting a little band together and started doing little tours in France and Spain and things like that. And the thing is that at the time I was working in Barcelona. I started a career. I was writing for like PR firms and I was writing for marketing and things like that. So I had my feet in both worlds. And on weekends we'd play yoga retreats and all this kind of like very ceremonial kind of stuff. And then during the week I'd go and manage a team in a startup, which was fine, but also kind of weird, right? Until one day we had a tour planned for Canada, just a little tour on the West Coast. And so we flew to Canada in 2018, and we had a gig at an island on the West Coast called Hornby Island. I'd never heard of it. It's in the Gulf Islands. You have like Vancouver Island, all these little islands.
Right.
And we went there. We played our gig, and we were like, "This is a pretty cool place." Yeah, it's amazing. It was really cool, and the people were really interesting. Everybody had kind of like a glimmer in their eye, and the nature was beautiful, and we just kind of clicked with the place. And then we flew back to Barcelona, and Esther and I looked at each other like, something's not right. Like this is kind of weird. And so then a few months later, we just sold everything. We went back, like with our 4-year-old daughter. We just went back and moved to this island. Like it's one of the craziest things I ever did, and loved it.
Where are you, wild little girl of mine? Where did you go for for so long. Come back to my side and shine. Come back to my side. Bring your light along. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om.
When did you depart, my fearless child inside? It feels like we never even tried. When did you teach yourself to hide your stare? Now open up your soul and hold me there. Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om. Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om. Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om. Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om.
Yeah, music for me is it's a kind of a personal thing. It's really you know, in my family there aren't a lot of songwriters. A lot of my uncles and stuff would play more folk music, Italian music, things like that, which I would also play with my dad. You know, I'd back him up and things like that. I had a kind of a trail. I didn't have many references in terms of people who wrote music in my family, so I was always kind of like a. And you know, Francesca, from being in a very tight Italian family, when you break out a little bit, it's kind of it's difficult. Nobody wants to stick out of a group, right? It's human. It's just anthropology. You don't want to stick out from the clan.
Yeah.
So that was really tricky. But this going to the ashram was a good excuse, right? Because I had this really super unique sound and way of singing, and this whole kind of like very, very unique album to put out. So that was an excuse to kind of get going with that. You know. I mean, I'd written songs before, but it was kind of more folk or more kind of traditional things like that. Mm-hmm. So that was really interesting. And also to play this kind of music, what was also nice is that it'd be so, like we harmonize our voices when we play and this and that, and people really get touched and they'd hug us. And it's such a different vibe than playing in a bar where people are drinking and smoking and all that, right? Like when you play, everybody kind of hugs you at the end and everybody kind of wants to get, you chat, and you do house concerts, like a whole other vibe. Like it's really kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the band, and we had a tour planned in 2020. In 2019 we released a second album called Trees and Shadows. You can see it there. It's the one with the painted trees. And then we had a tour planned in 2020 on the west coast of Canada. We had a caravan bought. We were gonna homeschool our kid. We had a really nice thing planned, and then the pandemic started, and that got canned. And then we had a pandemic baby, a surprise pandemic baby. Which kind of put a bit of a pause in the music career. So now our youngest one is 4, and we still play in the house and stuff. We're gonna come back with something pretty soon.
This was 2018, and we were running to catch the train, speeding to pick up our daughter, and just missing lots of important school events. So we had this crazy idea. There's a small island on the Pacific coast of Canada with 900 people and one general store, 2 ferries away from the nearest town. And long story short, we sold everything, packed our bags and left. Hornby Island is a place where you might see more eagles than people. And the only loud neighbors are the sea lions on the edge of the shore. So it was beautiful, wild and mysterious. But the change was difficult at first. Non-stop rain tapping on the roof, a wood stove going full blast, and our daughter wondering where her friends went. So we kept wondering whether we made a huge mistake. But it was actually that early phase that was planting the seeds for our most personal project to date.
So while we were on the island, we asked ourselves, how can we express this transformation in a musical form? The answer was a new album and a new sound for the new us. We made 9 songs that reflect our rewilding and connection with ourselves, with nature, and with the cycles of nature. The album is a mix of mantras, of English and Catalan lyrics, and it's basically electric guitar, found sounds from the island, and our vocal harmonies. For us, it feels like a sacred album for these disconnected times.
A music project is a big endeavor. After the creative process, it means recording, promoting, touring, in order to reach more people, right? So now that we've walked a part of the journey, we need support, external support, to keep it going. We feel that this album is a big turning point for us, and that's we'd like to take this rewilding mission as far as we can, really. Because we believe that the world needs more voices that remind us of who we are, that bring out that humanity that connects us to each other.